What is up guys, Killerkev, and today on this particular 8-bit series we are going to be doing the Scarecrow. Now this is kind of an old sort of Scarecrow, sort of a later date to obviously the games and the movies. This is the Batman villain obviously, and I'm going to give you a rundown of the colours that you're going to need. So you're going to need black, you need a yellow stained clay, you're going to need your light grey stain, you're going to need your red wool, and then obviously for this sort of pitchfork you're going to need brown wool and your standard grey wool. So as always guys, as you damn well should know by now, I never build anything on the ground because it just looks kind of shitty. I don't know why, I just never build anything on the floor. So all my pixel arts are built up in the air. So what you want to do now is make a line of 9 from your start block, any way that you like. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 like so. And you want to grab any one of the other walls, it doesn't matter which one it is. Come 3 along, so this will be this left side of his leg and this will be this right, and then you want another 9 like so. There we go, so you want 2 lines of 9 like so. And once you've got that we can start building. So what you're going to do is put one either side at the very ends of the 9s on each line. So something like that, and the exact same thing on this side as well. After you've done that, switch to your yellow stained clay and run another line all the way along the top of this back one. Like so. Once you've done that, come into on top of the yellow like this. And the exact same thing on this side as well, 2 in from the yellow. And then one more line to the very end, not all the way. Just miss a block here, put a black. Do the same on this side as well, make it 3 line. And then come along and run another yellow block like so. What we're going to do now is we're going to make an L, so it's exactly the same thing, 2 but then a 1 like so. This, that will do it again, so make an L like so. Once you've done that we're going to come up one more black at the inner ones as well, and then what we're going to do is just make a 1 up like so, and then 1 up again, invisible stairs here, but this one we're actually going to come 1 down 1 like this, and then have a connector like so. Now usually we wouldn't do that, usually we would just connect the 2 up like so, so you'd have this sort of 3 pattern here in the middle, but I don't know why, but this pattern has a connector block here like so. So once you've done that you can switch to your brown or your light stained clay, your grey one, come all the way along here. Actually we'll do this in brown and run it all the way along here. I'm going to change that one for the brown wall, because why not. Go back to your brown again, come along again here, like so. Same thing on this side as well, run it all the way along. I think that's 1 too many high actually. 2, 4, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, it is. How many on this side? 2 layers, yeah. Then it's a brown 4. There we go. Apologies, it should have something that looks like that. So yeah, 2 layers of yellow, then a brown, and then 1 black, 1 up, 1 black, and then connect onto this side like so. So yeah, something that looks like that. I'll pause you for a minute. If you want to pause the video, there you go. Yeah, a little correction on that one, sorry about that. Usually I wouldn't do that, but it's a little bit weird that we had to correct that. So again, a line of brown on top, and the same thing on this side as well, which should be 5 blocks of brown to meet the L on each side of the black. That's so. Once you've done that, we're just going to put 1 more on top, and the same thing on this side as well. We're going to do a nice little pattern here. We're going to go from the black, from right to left, we're going to go brown, red, brown, 2 red, 1, 2, and we're going to go brown, and then 2 red, and then brown. And on top of the blocks coming in now, one more time, it's just going to be an extra 1 block to build up the arms and the chest. So on these blocks here, they're going to be 5 in total on the left, so 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the right side it's going to be 4 high in total, so 2, 3, 4. And we're going to leave that just for a second, like so. Let's go back to the left side here. Let's go up to the top block of the 5th of the line, come back down 1 to the 4th, and put 2 out coming towards the left. Underneath that, just come all the way down 2, and should miss one here. Now you can put just any block in here. This is going to be removed shortly after. It's called a tack. Tacks are removed shortly after we've done the rest of the build. So for instance, from this tack, it's 3 out, another tack, and then 4 on top. 4. Now you can remove those tacks like so. And then from the 4th block here, coming up to the right hand corner now, we're going to come up invisible stair set 3. So invisible stairs are like this: 1, 2, 3. And as you can tell, it's sort of like a visible stair set. If you've seen one in real life, this obviously has a very good view on it. That's how I always look at it. If you haven't seen one, go and check them out. They're pretty cool. So from the 3rd one here, come in an extra one. Switch to your yellow stained clay. You put 1, and then on top we're going to put 1 and 1 to the side as well. And then this needs to come down an extra 2 invisible stairs. So it's a 1, 2. So you want 4 in total away from that yellow block. I'm not sure what that is. From that yellow block, like so. And from the 4th one here, it's actually his chin. So we're going to run it all the way along 5 blocks. So 2, 3, 4, 5 in total. Then we're going to come up an extra 3. 1, 2, 3, and you just want to come up an extra 3 in total on top of that one. 1, 2, 3 to make it a line of 4, and then 1 to the left coming into the build, which is actually the start of his eyes, and on top of that will be his hat. I'm just going to get rid of that really quickly because that is really annoying me. I'm not really sure what that is. Apologise for that, guys. That is really weird. So working from this right side now, we're actually going to start making his hand. So if you come all the way under the 4 block line here, which is obviously connected between his head and his hat, which we talked about prior, you're going to put a yellow stained clay, and then you want to run a black line coming out to the right now, which will be his hand, and this will be 5 along. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. Then a yellow stained clay, and again 1 on top and 1 to the side. And then underneath you can come an extra 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the 4th one, 1 to the left and 1 to the right again, just to build up the bulk of the hand. And what you can do here is actually you can just fill in the section here with 3 yellow stained clay, and on the side of that yellow stained clay you can just fill it in again with your black on the side like so. Make sure you leave a little chunk here because obviously this will give the definition of his thumb holding the scepter or the pitchfork, depends what you want to call it. Probably might be a scepter to him, but yeah, we'll crack on with that in a minute. And as you can tell, this line here should actually run all the way along till it connects to the 4th block like so. And that's pretty much it. What we need to do now is some minor details and colour them in. So we're going to do the left side. You're going to come all the way in with your brown, and with the connector line here, we're just going to cut this small section off with the brown to section this bit off here. 2 round underneath that brown, and the rest of it you can fill in with the primary colour, which is the yellow stained clay like so. This gets a little bit tricky because he's actually wearing a vest. With our red, we're going to come all the way along up the top here. We're going to do the same again till past the black. We're only going to do 2 like so. And what we're actually going to do is colour in this in and fill it down. So obviously from the stem we need to come down 1, and that can come all the way down to the bottom until it connects. Like so. And the same thing on this side as well. We're going to come down 1, along 2, down 1, all the way along to the end. And then on the end one I'm going to put 1 up, so like so. Now what I'm actually going to do is actually just going to fill this small section in, and then afterwards I'm going to put a little bit more detailing on this whole entire bit here. So after that you want to switch to your yellow, and where this top line here where these browns are just peeking up, this line all the way along here, if you think about sort of his hand level, which is going to be his sort of belt level here, we're going to run all the way along here with our yellow stained clay, so something like that. Obviously let's do this little side here before we start filling the rest in. So again, we're going to put a yellow stained clay right on the very end of this black, and then we're going to go red 2, up 1 to make an L like so, and then we're going to come along 1 and up 1 again, so sort of staircases all the way along. Once we've done that, we want to come all the way to the very edge here, same thing on this side but on the other side as well. 1 layer of yellow stained clay, 1 layer of red, 1 layer of brown, and the rest of this small section you can actually just fill in with your red clay like that. Obviously the rest of this sort of chest piece here is obviously going to be his chest, so again he's a scarecrow. Fill it in with your primary colour, which is that yellow stained clay. So let's do that now. I'll do it with you guys because that isn't a lot. And there we go, have a quick little look, make sure everything is okay. Yep, I'm happy with that. Okay, so let's start building the rest of his face. And the easiest way to do this is actually start from this bridge here. Usually what I do is build the skeleton for the head and then add the hat. But just to bridge the hat off, we're going to do it like so. So from this sort of snout here that's sticking out, we're going to come along 3 with the yellow stained clay. 1, 2, 3, right to left. I'm going to come black 2, 1, 1, 2. Then we're going to come yellow stained clay 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then a black like so. Now this actually should come down 3 and connect to the other one, which it has done perfectly like so. Probably might think it's an incredibly small face, which it isn't. It actually works out just nice. So under these 2 blocks here, find the furthest one on the right, which will be this one. Come down 2, and from those 2, just section off with a good eye, make a 4 block like so. Same thing coming down from this side. It's just going to be another 2 like so. Now what you're going to do is mouth. Here is a little mouth, which is kind of strange. Switch to your yellow stained clay and just make a jawline underneath the chin, like so. Come in to the second yellow that you just placed. Make 2 going left to right. And then after that, invisible stair, so just to make a cheeky grin coming up to the left like so. And as you can see, there is a face brewed there, which looks pretty damn cool. So once you've done that, just fill the rest of that whole entire section in with your yellow stained clay. It's not hard to miss. Usually some bits are, but we've sectioned the hat off to the face. So all we need to do now is add a hat. So we're going to switch back to your brown wool. And what you're going to do is you're going to come from the blacks on each end. You're going to come up to make a 4 block on the left side. 1 out to the side as well, because why not? And then you're going to do the same thing on this side, but obviously there's 2 here already, so 2 to make a 4 block. And then 1 out to the side. Now what we're actually going to be doing is just sort of sectioning this off at the moment. So easiest thing to do is come all the way along and make a line just to connect them with the brown wool. Fill in the bottom layer like so. Not as badly as I've done, but on top of that is a red line all the way along the top, apart from you're going to miss one. So miss one coming in all the way along, so we just did the exact same thing as well. Miss one all the way along, like so. So you should have a pattern that looks something like that. On top of the red now, we're going to go straight up with our brown wool on the left side. It's going to be a 3. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to come in 1 to the right, up 1, in 1, up 1, in 1, up 1, like so. So you should have a stair set of 4 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, which we've got. So with the 4th one up the top, you're going to come along 2 to make it 3. Then we're just going to leave it for the time being, because what you're going to do now is probably the easiest thing ever. So I did up 1, in 1, up 1. Now it's like an L. You want L's to connect all the way along. So we're going to do that the whole way through, and it should actually connect to the top, which it has done like so. Obviously for that small section now, you can just fill it in with your brown wool, like so. Remember guys, L's all the way out to the top, and obviously if you get a little bit confused up to this bit here, make sure just remember that this bit here is an L as well, so don't get confused by that as much as you should. So I can understand how people would get confused. But yeah, there we go guys, there is Scarecrow. All we need to do now is add his sort of his pitchfork. I was going to call it a scepter again, or you can leave it like that, you know, just get a cheeky little thumbs up, but I'm going to add his actual thing. So what we're going to do here is come from the last yellow sort of strip on the right hand side of him. We're going to come up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top here, and switch to your dark grey or light grey, it's up to you. I'm going to go for a dark grey because it's got a dark build. And we're going to come 1 up the top, 1 on the side to make a 3 line sitting on top of that brown. In the middle here, I'm going to come all the way up an extra 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then after that, all it is just coming away from 1, like so. Same thing on this side, away from 1. And they're going to come all the way up to the same level as well. And you can go as high as you like as this. It's entirely up to you, but I'm going to go for something like that. And then underneath, all you need to do is make the correction of that. It needs to be the same height as his boot level. Match up the lining, so here, all the way down till it connects, and remove like so. So there we have it guys, there is Scarecrow. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit me up with a like and a comment. But until the next one guys, Killerkev here, and Killerkev out.